Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. No gap fill today, face in the hands, sad, but it's okay. We're going to give you some next level analysis, unleash your trading instinct. But before we do, let's take a look at the charts. Yesterday we talked about MRNA hitting 400. That's what the most likely scenario was, and lo and behold, it happened. So let's take a look at that video. Will we continue tomorrow? Maybe. If we do, where will we go? At 400. So 399. 400 is the next stop. So you have another $10 move potentially tomorrow. So now that you saw that was the most likely, was it going to happen today? Yesterday I said maybe. I just pointed out that's the most likely scenario. And so let's flip it to the chart. And let's take a look at mRNA and where we are at and where it's going. So we literally missed. So part of the strategy, you will see this in in my gap trading and short selling series. We talk about this all the time. Okay. And it's in the morning, we have, a higher open or a lower open, right? And then there's this white space here, and that's called the gap. And that's what we look for a gap fill right away. We missed it. 390 would have been my entry. I like whole numbers. That would have been perfect. 390 would have been perfect. We missed it by 81 cents. But it is what it is. We missed it, and then they just ripped almost, $10. So that would have been $300 easy. We missed it by 80 cents. It happens. I think it happened here as well, right? If we opened, we just went up instead of coming down to fill that gap. Let me just point that out here. We didn't go down. We just traded up. So this, when it does this for me, it's a no trade. I don't touch it. I wait for the proper setup. I don't like chasing it. I want my setup to happen so I can manage my risk. So if it came to 390, I would have got in. And then what I'm noticing here is there's like a multi-day trend line here that we're following. And as long as we would have stayed above this trend line, I would have stayed in the trade. That would have been my thing. If you want to be a bit more conservative, if we start closing below, these particular areas here, you see this is obviously an important area, and this is an important area. So if we would have closed here on a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, an hourly basis, that would have been a no, and we went in and just stopped out. That would have been the risk management strategy. What we're doing right now is we went up and we're just killing off the time off the clock, chop shop formation, slowly making our way to this breakdown candle high. Absolutely critical area for, I would say maybe even 400, right? 400, a whole number, 400, psychological. And let me tell you this, if we can get above 411, so if we can just follow this trend line that I made here, right, all the way up to 411, the big money is going to be made here hard and fast. I'm telling you, from 411 to 433, you saw it here and here. We came up fast and we came down fast. If we can break and close on a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour candles up above, this area here, this line that I've drawn here, is a vacuum. It's going to suck the price right up to 433. That's going to be an easy trade that I'm looking out for. Right now, we're in a chop shop formation, right in this range here, and we're probably going to be doing more of this for some time. Yeah, we had a huge run, right? So it's time that mRNA consolidates, and that's what we're doing. But right now, we are following. Let me just remove this. Whoops. I might want to change my trend line here. I don't know if I like this all that much, but I think it's good. Right now we're looking at something like this, but you can see there's a triangle pattern. It's consolidating, killing time off the clock. If we open below here, we're probably going to sell off. That is my perception. I don't know if that's the right trend line or if this is the right trend line, but if we have an open below this trend line, we're going to sell off. So those are the setup. So what are we expecting for tomorrow? If we gap, so tomorrow, so pay close attention to this, right? So this is how we trade. So tomorrow, if we gap up and within the first 15 minutes, we sell downwards, we're going to buy this here at 397. Okay, maybe it gaps up here, maybe it gaps up here, maybe it gaps up here. But if it gaps higher, sells, we're going to buy that sell right here at 397. And then we're going to watch this trend line. We really want it to keep trending here. If we gap below It's going to sell off. We're going to wait for the first 15-minute candle close. If it's a breakdown candle, we're going to short it. We can short it right away. We can, if we're conservative, we can short it halfway up, right? So somewhere in that range, right, where it may be 385, 387, 390, like somewhere in that range, depending on where that breakdown candle is, right? That's another setup. The last one, which I don't like doing, but I'll explain it to you. We could literally open lower here and then trade up, straight up. That could happen as well. That's a little bit harder to trade. I don't like doing that, but pay attention. If it opens at that trend line that I've drawn here at about 392, it could suck buyers in and push the price higher. Those are the three setups. You need to know how to trade them. You need to know how to pay attention. So just, tomorrow morning on the open, after the first 15 minute, you'll know exactly what type of setup it is and how to trade it. So follow me on Patreon. We can have weekly calls. I can dive deep and show you how to, the strategy. I have a fundamental course there as well that explains everything step by step. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.